So what we're going to be going into today is we're going to be going through the advanced functionality and features of GrowViral. So the reason that I want to go through this is that I want to make sure that everyone's clear on how to use these advanced features and what is inside of these advanced features within GrowViral as well. Also, we want to get your suggestions and want to get kind of some feedback on what it is that you'd like to see and whether there's any updates you would like to see regarding these upgrade features as well. So what are the features we'll be looking at? Well, first of all, we'll be going through the founder features here today. And if you are a founder user, then we'll be going through what the email booster is, how it works. We'll be going through the GrowViral styles, how they work as well. We're also going to go through the auto enroll feature, and we'll be going through how that works. And then we're also going to go through the professional features as well and have a look at these. So the professional features, they are located here. And these professional features, we'll be walking through these and how those functions work. We didn't get a chance to do this in the first webinar, and we didn't spend much time on this at all. This is fraud detection. We'll be going through this. We'll be going through advanced analytics, what those features are. The enhanced URL tracking system, how that works. We'll be going through also how to set up Zendesk. Sorry, not how to set up Zendesk. I'll be doing that after the call, but we'll be going through how to integrate with thousands of different platforms using Zapier. We'll also be going through how to use the expansive form options, how to add these retargeting scripts, and how the GrowViral campaign digest works as well. So we're more going through the advanced features. There are a few other features that we'll cover as well, but in the first webinar, I was more going through setup. So I was showing you how to set up your first campaign. In this webinar today, what I want to focus on is the advanced features which enhance your campaign. So the promote feature and other features like that, that are going to help you to get started early and make the most of the software. So if that sounds good, put a 1 in the box. I apologize it's taken so long to get to this point. I'm a little bit concerned about what's happened to our support desk, so but I'll get that sorted afterwards. And I think everyone's on here, so everyone understands what's going on, so no need to worry. I'm going to get that worked out right after this call. Okay, cool. Let's get started then. So we're going to jump over to GrowViral, and we're going to start looking through some of this now. So I'm going to go off the screen for just a moment. We're just going to focus on the software right here. And what we're going to look at is we're going to go through our some of our campaigns here and have a look at this. So the first pro feature, I guess, is that we have a clone feature here. Now, this clone feature is one of the professional features. And one of the reasons that we added this in is that we wanted to make it super easy to just copy one of these campaigns. So as you can see, GrowViral pre-launch registration worked really well for us. So if we wanted to do another pre-launch or some sort of similar campaign to this, we can just click clone right here. Now, when you clone this particular step here, what it's going to do is it's going to then give you the ability to find, or it's going to basically clone that step, and it will be added as a cloned version down the page. So it'll be listed as a copy. So this page that I just did is listed here now. So it'll be copy of GrowViral pre-launch registration. Now, if I want to change the name of this so I know which campaign it is, I need to go into Edit. I then need to go into Settings, Advanced Configurations, this one right here, and then I'll be able to rename this campaign. So, for example, if I was doing this for a future launch, I might put this as, Member App Pre-Launch Registration. And then from there, I could then customize this to be as I would like it to be. I'm going to put in a show message here, message for this, and then I can click Save Changes. So the campaign itself would be completely cloned and it will be duplicated. So if you create some example campaigns or some campaigns you want to use for clients of yours, then you can use this same system here to clone your campaigns, rename them, and you can reuse those for your clients. So this is the first of those features, and yes, I'll show the founder features as well. I'm going to start with the professional features, and then I'll go into the founder features, the more advanced features there. Now, another aspect of this as well, within this editor here, is that you can go into the designer itself. Now, one of the advanced features within Founder is that you've got the ability to do split testing. So if you want to do split testing, we have one form right here. If I wanted to split test this form versus a new form, I would just add a new form right here. And what it's going to do is it's going to add a second form that goes along with my first form. So you see this here? If I wanted to delete this, then I could delete it by pushing on this button right here. So we've got two forms here. We've got our current form, and then we've got our split test form. Now, right now we have no way of duplicating this particular campaign form here and making like just a few small adjustments to the headline. We are going to look at doing that in future to save you time if you do want to split test an identical looking form or an identical looking page. Right now you have to build from scratch when you go back in here. That's something that we're still working on, but we will be working on very soon. Now, another one of the founder features that we have is across the top here. So these are our templates, and you can switch through these templates very easily, just like this. So you can see here as I switch through my templates, they adjust very quickly, and you'll notice there's a slight lag on the background, but the background will show up in just a moment. Now, the background shows a little bit slow in this particular designer because it takes a little bit of time to load the background itself in the background, but then once it's loaded, it's fine. We've then got a referral link page, and we haven't copied across that background into this page. However, if you wanted to copy that background onto this page, you can save this background right now as an image. So you could just say save as, I'll save this image. And if you then wanted to copy across this background into this here, so this also has an image, you would then go, you would search for that background, and you could just add that background in there. So it's as easy as that. You can just go across, you can save this image as, and you can go across and apply this background image to here as well. If you want to apply the same background image, you just need to match these background images going from one step to the other. Now, another feature which is included in our professional package, so if I go down here right now, is this one right here. So this expansive form options integration here is one of the advanced features of the software, and it's an important feature because what it gives you the ability to do is have more flexibility with your forms. So if you have this feature enabled, if you have a professional account, what you're going to see here is down the bottom, you'll see an add field form right here. So when you click this add field, it'll add an additional form right here. So right now we have three fields. We've got first name, we've got last name, we've got email, and then we have this third form right here. So we can label this field and we can choose out of these different options here. We could capture a phone number. So if we wanted to do text message marketing, for example, we could capture a phone number. We could make this a text field, so it could be a comment that someone asks. If we wanted to make it another email field, which I don't know why you would, you could do that. You can make it a checkbox. Now, these checkboxes are quite useful. So, for example, you could say, for example, something along the lines of how much money do you make per year? And then we could have, for example, some options down here. I'm just going to check widget color background, form background color, rectangle button color, body color. My body color is white, so it's not showing up. I was wondering why that wasn't showing up. So we could do something like this. How much money do you make per year? And you could put, $1,000, $10,000, $100,000, and so on. So you can actually make these and you can capture this data into whichever form you want. So if you were, say for example, you wanted to find out more information about a particular person who was registering in the first place, you can actually ask that information using this additional fields option. You can also make this optional if you wanted to, or you can make it compulsory. It really is up to you. We've also got a radio button. So these radio buttons are kind of like checkbox, but it's just a different design. Or you can package this up into a drop down if you wanted to. So they could actually drop this down and they could select from one of the options here. Now there's many different ways that we can use this particular system here. One of the best ways of using this though is I personally think is if you're wanting to book calls, or if you're setting up some sort of client attraction funnel, like the client attraction funnel we will be going through together on a next call. This would also be, a good way of kind of applying that. So what you'd have here is you'd have some questions about the person who is applying, putting their information in, and then from there you can kind of decide whether you wanted to meet with them or not. And on the thank you page, on the referral page right here, where this link is, where the share link is, you could add some custom information to ask them to register using Calendly, for example, for a call with you, or something like that on the next page. Or this would be good on the real estate niche because, there's many ways that you can use these drop-down forms in that as well. So that's the drop-down form, and those are the features that are available. These are the advanced features that you have the ability to do. You'd also say like add a comment here, or what how did you find out about this site? You could do that here. You'd say, how did you find out about the site? You can make this a compulsory field when people fill it out. And that's a useful option that we have in here. We can also as well, if we want to, we had the question in the last webinar, enable terms and conditions. You can enable terms and conditions down here as well. Wolfgang, I think you asked that question. That's where the terms and conditions are located. And you can also, if you want, add your own custom terms and conditions down here if you want to as well. Cool. So that is that option done. That is the expansive form options. Is there any questions about the expansive form options or anything you would like to do, or how would you plan on using this? Because this is quite a useful tool. Pre-qualifying people. Yeah, pre-qualifying people is a really good one. We don't have an example terms and conditions yet. We will add a template in. We haven't had the opportunity to do that. It's something that I'll get added to the list. Ronette, if you can add that to our list, that'll be really useful to add an example terms and conditions. If you can write a note on that, that'll be really great. I think I'd minimize questions in front end and qualify them later. Yeah, that's also possible. And that is a good idea as well. Can I use the tick box for GDPR options? I believe you can. Yes, you can. We haven't made it customizable yet, but within your terms and conditions, you can have GDPR compliance within there. And because you've got that tick box there, it should be enough. Could you have ranks being able to select 1 to 10? You mean changing the order? Thomas, changing the order? So if you want to change the order, you'd use these arrows here. So you can see there, we've got these arrows. You can change the order if you want. Cool, and also, yeah, using this to get local businesses in as well is a good suggestion. Are these zapped in our contact management system from form fields? Good question. Yes. So yes, these are zapped. So these are using Zapier, and they will basically allow you to do that. Can you put the form on the left of the page? You can if you're building a custom page, and I'll show you how to do that on this call today. I'll show you how we build out these custom pages. So far, I've shown you last call how to build pages within inside GrowViral, but I haven't yet shown you how to do it on an external page. Put a 1 in the box if you want to see how to embed these forms on an external page. I know this is probably a popular topic because a lot of your clients, they want an additional level of customization, so that will be really useful. We don't yet have that, Thomas, picking the most desirable to the least. Right now, it's just a multi-choice, but Ronette, if you can make a note on Thomas's suggestion there, and we'll look at adding that in the future. Cool. So that is how you can use this form here. Now, if we close this, one of the other features we have within Pro is, so far I've shown you the split testing, which is a founder feature. We have Zapier templates here. So these Zapier templates, they're used with the forms. So you can use these different Zapier templates that we have built into here to build out your forms, or to capture the data basically. So you could capture all that form data into an external service like ActiveCampaign, for example. And then from there, you'll be able to integrate everything. Now, right now, we're still working on some training in order to go through Zapier step by step, but we will have that training available very soon. So to join Zapier, you just basically need to sign up, or you can log in. If you have a Zapier account already, you can simply log in. You can use your Facebook account to connect. It's quite easy. And then from there, to connect up your apps, you'll need to sign in through GrowViral into the software, and you also need to sign in to ActiveCampaign. Then from there, it'll just ask you to turn on the Zap. And what they'll do is it'll give you some selection options, and you'll be able to select whether you want to connect this do this connection, and once this is turned on, the data will be captured where you want it captured, where you say it should be connected. So if we were to sign into GrowViral, it's just going to ask me for a prompt here. It's going to ask me for my API key. Now, to get the API key, you just need to go up here. So to get this API key, I'm not going to show you my API key because we're currently connected to a few things. We have some active campaigns, but you just go into preferences right here. So you can actually go into preferences within your account, and you'll be able to then, from there, get that API key. Now you need to add that into what you just saw. You just saw that Zapier template here. So you'll need to add that into here, and then that will connect up GrowViral with Zapier. Then the other service that you have, if it's Active Campaign or another service, you may be required to add some additional information into there as well. So just be aware of that as well, that you might need to add in an API. It really just depends on the service, or if they have a direct integration, then it'll just be a matter of entering in your information, and you'll be able to connect those up. So I'm going to add in some more training on Zapier and how to go deeper into that in the next, probably the next week. And you'll see that in there. It'll be in there before March. So that'll be available, and we'll get a number of example Zaps done as well that you'll be able to see how they work and how they operate. Is everyone familiar with using Zapier before? Put a 1 in the box if you are. It's and put a 2 in the box if you're not. It's a very useful service. It's really easy. It's just it's a matter of just don't be scared of it. Go up to the top here and follow the instructions. They're really, really clear. And go to the Zapier templates, and you'll be able to start using those. This is another professional feature, and if you haven't used Zapier before, it's time to learn how to use it, because it's a really, really useful service that will help you in all parts of your marketing. So use it here. This is it right here. Now, for the external retargeting scripts, I think I showed this briefly on the other webinar, on the last webinar. You can set them up within your GrowViral service here. So if we go over here, we can go to any campaign. It doesn't really matter. We'll just go into this one, the one we've been building. We go down to tracking code here, and all you need to do is add your tracking code into here. And this can be analytics, Google Analytics. It can be Facebook retargeting pixel. It can be anything like that. You just need to add that into here, and you can choose where you want to add it, whether it's on the lead capture page or the referral page. So the way we might use this is if you were wanting to retarget people who you had detected did not make it to the referral page. You could retarget those people because you're tracking them, and you could retarget them until they actually make it to your referral link page. So you could continue to show retargeting ads to them until they make it to your referral link page. You're not limited to the templates. So I need to make this clear. Matthew just raised a really good point. These are just some of the templates. These are some of our example templates we have. You're not limited to these templates. GrowViral is one of the integrations in Zapier, so you can connect GrowViral up not only with these services here, but with any of the services that Zapier has available. So just be aware of that, that there is a lot more available in there, that you're not just limited to these templates. And you can actually go and search at zapier.com for GrowViral, and you'll be able to find that and use it as a connection. I think we've gone through most of these features. The campaign digest is an email that you get with statistics. The duplicate campaign feature I went through before. Fraud detection. So let's go into that. Now, fraud detection is one of the more important, and I'll actually show you a live campaign that we've previously had to kind of show you this and talk a bit more about this. So if we go to GrowViral pre-launch registration here, we go into our up here. So up here we've got the management tools. So you can see that we've got a range of different management tools up here. We've got promote, we've got leads, we've got fraud, we've got grand prize, and analytics. So fraud and analytics are both pro features. So in fraud, what you're going to see, and when you have this turned on, and I really recommend getting this if you have GrowViral but you do not have professional, you really need professional for the fraud functionality that it has. It's really, really useful, and it'll save you a lot of hassle, because a business wants to know that if they're giving away a grand prize, that people can't just cheat. They can't just say that they've entered, but actually, in actual fact, they've just invited themselves several times from different emails. So we need to make sure that we don't allow that to happen. And we use this fraud system right here to prevent that from happening. So anytime someone sends a link to themselves and tries to register through their same IP address, then this will get triggered, and this detects that fraud, and it prevents that fraud from occurring. And you can see here all the emails that we captured from our campaign that we're doing. Now there's only about 40 people here, but those 40 people, if they had entered the information in, and if that information, if they had, one of these people could have potentially won the contest, or they could have really interrupted the contest if they were motivated. So we need to make sure that that's prevented. So what we do is we have this fraud system here that prevents that from happening. So this will automatically work, but you need to make sure that it's switched on. So you can make sure it's switched on by going into your campaign and then going into additional configurations. And you'll see right here under custom domain that we have fraud detection. So this fraud detection here, this just needs to be switched on. So make sure that this is switched on when you're running your campaigns, because it'll help you with that, with those campaigns. Now, when it comes to analytics, you'll see here that we have no analytics there. I'll go to a campaign that's active, one sec, that's been active in the past. So let's go to this one, for example. We'll go to analytics here. So these analytics are really important because they show where in the world people have come from. They give you an indication of how many conversions you're getting. They let you know whereabouts your leads are coming from as well. You can see where our leads came from within this campaign. Most of them were direct traffic, because we ran the campaign for about 3 days, and the initial boost that we did was through email, but we do also have referrals coming through as well. We've got also where the links were shared. So when we were running this campaign, we started seeing our links all over the place, and this shares or shows how many links were shared on these different platforms. We can also see traffic by operating system. Most people were using Windows. I don't know, there's some use to this in terms of who to advertise to, but you can see that there. We didn't run a milestone achievers contest. If we had run a milestone reward contest, like I explained in the last webinar, where basically you can have someone unlock different rewards and get awarded prizes, kind of like in an evergreen way, because there's no rush for it. There's not a end time. It's just, they can share and they can unlock prizes based on their sharing efforts at any point in time. Our top lead generators for this are located here, and it lists the top lead generators as well. So you get an indication of this, where everyone's coming from, and this is what the statistics and analytics part of this is, and that's included as part of the Pro as well. Now, the final piece of this is the enhanced URL tracking. So this enhanced URL tracking system is in the promote category here, and this promote category is really, really useful. So I went into this in the last call in depth, and you can catch what this is about in that last call. It basically allows you to bypass having to get someone to opt in again if they're already a lead of yours. They don't need to sign in again. They can just go directly to the thank you page, the confirmation page. So this UTM parameters, this is what this Pro feature is. So this is what this one is here. Enhanced URL tracking, that is what this is right here. And you can read about this here. This basically goes into exactly how to track people. So, for example, if you were doing a Facebook advertising campaign, and you were going to name this, Facebook ads 1, it generates, and you would have seen that the link changes. So I would copy this link, and if I was doing any ads through Facebook, I would use this link to direct people to my landing page. And the reason that I do that is that if I direct people to my landing page through this link, then the analytics system that we have is going to be able to track that they've come from Facebook ads, and it's going to be able to list those people as coming from Facebook ads. So does that kind of make sense? So that's why we want to track everything, and that's what this tracking is. It allows you to kind of measure your marketing efforts. Does it work with now I've just seen that there's a number of questions coming through, so let me just answer some of these questions really quick. There's a few questions on fraud, and Joseph has asked, does it work with API connections as well? Joseph, I'd need a bit more information on that. I believe you're talking about Zapier, so just give me some more information on how you'd plan on doing that. We're not limited to the templates, are we? No, I already answered that. I've now an idea of what Power Connect. I have now an idea of Power Connect does. Will you say a few words about that? Yep, I'll do that next. Is the fraud flag just for a contest or permanent in the system? So it's just for a contest. Right now it's limited to just one campaign. But it may be a good idea to add a blacklist in the future. Ronette, if you can just make a note of that, of having a blacklist feature across the account, where if someone repeatedly breaks rules within multiple campaigns, we could blacklist them. Does these fraud lists have an expiry date? No, they don't, no. We have got on our list of features to be able to remove someone from that blacklist. If they can, not that blacklist, the fraud list. If they can demonstrate that they had done it legitimately and you want to include them in the contest, then there is a way to, we want to make it possible to basically include them. Custom domain, how does that work? Does everyone understand how to use the custom domain, or would that be useful to go into as well? Does it keep growing, or is there an infinite time? For the fraud, it will just keep on going based on the campaign for an infinite time until the campaign ends. So is fraud just checking duplicate emails, or is it checking IP addresses too? So it's checking both. It's checking both duplicate emails and it's checking IP addresses. In the agency package, the client will be able to look at this from their access to their segregated system. The client will be able to look at the form, this from their access to the segmented system. Either we don't have that functionality. We've got a sub-user account, and we also have a management system within agency, which will help you with some of the management. I'll go into that more in depth in the next webinar that we do. I'll show you exactly what that includes. Can that leaderboard be displayed on my website? Yes, it can. Yeah. So, but you need to have the thank you page on there right now. We don't have a separate option to embed the leaderboard separately. Is that a feature you'd like, Thomas? Because that would be, I think, quite a useful feature actually. Okay, I'm getting a few requests for the custom domain feature, so I'll show that at the end within question and answers. I'll go through that. Yeah, good point, Sajeev. So Sajiv's saying that this link right here on my screen, this link here can be shortened before you actually post it to Facebook or anywhere else. So you can use this, and you can use like a shortened link, or you can use or it'll be your own domain, and you can actually shorten this to make it a bit more neat and tidy. Can you ban emails from specific domains? Not right now. You can't add anything manually into the fraud system yet. But if that's something that you would like, please let us know, because that would be interesting to find out what you'd use that for, Philip. And yeah, we'd be interested in that. Okay, so that's what the UTM parameters do. Does everyone understand that? Put a 1 in the box if you understand what the UTM parameters does. That's that feature. That's what you got access to with it. Cool. So let me give you a couple more examples, because I'm seeing a few people that are still not clear on this. So you can put in a source. So you can put in a custom source, or you can put in, Facebook, LinkedIn. So say, for example, I want to put in Instagram. Let's just say Instagram is here, and I want to add Instagram to here. I can type in Instagram, or if, for example, I wanted to put in email campaign 1. I can add in email campaign, and I can add that in. And then I say like email sent out 19th February, and I could name this, promotion 1, for example. And then from there, I click on this, and it's going to use that tracking link in order to basically track that campaign. So I can measure what the response rate was on there. And then inside of analytics, I can then see how many people actually came through from that campaign. So it's really, really useful. Does that all make sense? Put a 1 in the box if that's making sense. Arnold wants to ban AOL emails. That's a good point. Okay, we'll add a note on that. Fantastic. Okay, so UTM, we're all clear on that. So that is a walkthrough basically of the entire professional package. So that's everything that's included in professional. Is there any questions based on professional or any of those advanced features that are here? The UTM code shows up in the analytics. Yes, it does. So over here. So it's going to come in from, it's going to be listed here as the sources. It's going to be listed within the leads by. So it'll be listed in the leads by. It'll also show up within this graph here as well. And it will not show up in the social traffic. So it's going to show up in these two graphs here based on your mail. Now I haven't done any emails yet. I haven't done any marketing or messages, but it'll show up in these two categories here. Now we don't yet have any geo-targeting features or anything like that, but we will be looking at that in the future. We did have a suggestion from someone come in who wanted to block certain countries, and I think that was a really good suggestion. The next question here is why would you use a custom domain? I'll go into that a bit later on. I'll go into that in depth a bit later. Cool. So what I'll do now is after that is done, I'll give you the link to Professional if you want to get access to this. At midnight tomorrow night, the price increases. So that is the link that you've got in there. I already went in depth into what's included in these upgrades, but I wanted to make it super clear how to use these features that are included in these upgrades as well. So I think those are all the questions relating to this. So let's have a look at Founder now. So, and Joseph, just what is GMB? What is GMB? Let me know what GMB is. All right, so this is the Founder package here. And what we have included within this package here is we first of all have this email booster feature. We've got access to GrowViral Styles Club, which I've shown you already. That was the styles that are included that you can choose from within your campaigns. We've got Viral Funnel Campaigns, which is not ready yet. It's going to be unlocked in March. And this is a really, really cool feature. We'll do a webinar on this to show you how this works. Auto Enroll Subscriber List. This is a really important feature. I'll show you how it works. And then from there, we've got priority support. We have a founding member access pass, our Facebook group. We've also got our founding member badges. We've got a challenge, which will be a challenge enrollment, which is happening next month as well in March. This challenge is basically a viral traffic challenge. I'll be going through how to create a really good campaign. And then also I'll be going through how to launch it successfully so you get a lot of traffic going to it as well. Now we're going to go into Power Connect, what that is. I had a few questions about this. Canva integration, I went this on the last webinar, but I'll go through it and cover it once more. And we've already covered the split testing. So these are the additional advanced features that are available within this package. So let me talk a bit about how to use this booster feature here and what it is and how to use it. So basically you go into your campaign here, and if you go into email notifications, you'll see here that we have 4 different categories here. We've also got daily nudge and we've got weekly nudge. So how would you use these within your campaigns? And the link, Wolfgang, is on the confirmation page, but give us a message into support and we'll send you out that Facebook link. Google My Bus. I'm not sure, Joseph. I haven't checked with that yet. Email into support and we'll be able to check with the developers. So how do we use this in our marketing efforts? Well, these messages here, they will notify the new lead of yours. So if someone subscribes to your campaign, this feature here will notify them of that subscription. If they refer someone and they receive a credit for that referral, like any points, then this will notify them with this email here. If a new reward is unlocked, then this email will be sent out to them about that new reward being unlocked. If new winners are announced, then this will be sent out. And then these 2 other features here are daily nudge and weekly nudge. And these should be used individually And these are really useful features if you want to really boost your campaign. So every single day, and this is if you really want to boost it, and you might want to turn this on for the last 7 days of your sweepstakes campaign, for example, and it could be really, really useful for you. But what you want to do is you want to switch this on, and basically every single day, your entrants into the contest will receive this email here. Whatever you write, they'll receive this right here. They're going to receive instructions of how to share. It acts as like a reminder, but also a little nudge to encourage them to keep sharing. And you could have this going out every single day, or if you wanted, if you were having a larger campaign, then you could choose to have these nudge emails going out every single week, giving people an update on their status in the contest, giving them an update on how far away they are to unlock new milestones, and basically to give them information about what's going on and encourage them to keep promoting. So it's a really valuable email marketing tool that can help to really boost your campaigns with email marketing. Now, does that kind of make sense? Put a 1 in the box if this is making sense. So this feature here, the most important part to this is that it's through email, and we want to develop this further. We want to make it even more sort of powerful. We want to offer more flexibility with this in the future. But right now, this is basically how it works and how you can kind of function with it. Cool, so it seems like this makes sense. Any questions on this? Can I change the email text, email templates? Yes, 100%, all of them. So the nudge is not a multiple sequence. Right now it's not, no. You can, if you want to, go into the weekly nudge, turn it on, and you can change it every single week. So you could change what's going out every single week if you wanted to. That's an option, so you could do that, but it's more manual at the moment. Whose name is on the email? It'll be your name, so it'll be the your particular name, whatever name you want to add. But that's customizable. So if you want to change the name that's that it's sent from, or if you want to change the name inside of the email itself, that's fully customizable. The sent email address is per campaign. Yes, it's based on a per campaign basis. So you would have one particular campaign and these emails would be going out. So they would going out about that particular campaign, and through email settings here, you can adjust who they're sent, who's the sender name. So you can choose who the sender name is here. Yes, the name can get auto-filled if you want. So the name would get auto-filled every single day. We have shortcodes within the system, so you'll see those here. Let me just show you those real quickly. We've got shortcodes in here. So you'll see those shortcodes, and they make it really easy. So total, it'll put in the person's total number of points, referral URL, it'll put in their unique referral URL. Your name, it shows the from name, so it'll put in the from name here as well. So it's really up to you. Say I have 3 clients, can I set up a different message for each one? Or is the nudge email only entire system set up? You can set up a different one for each one. You can customize this per campaign. So you could set up 3 entirely different nudge emails. That would be possible as well. Cool. So that's the email booster feature, and the feature for GrowViral Styles Club I've shown you already earlier in the webinar. So let me talk about the auto enroll subscriber list feature right now. So the auto enroll subscriber list feature is part of the promotional tools that we have here, and it works along with the generate autoresponder link. But what it does is it basically gives you the ability to, and I'll need to show you this on a campaign where I've got this added. I've added SMTP on, so I'll just do that right now. You need to add your own SMTP server to use this feature. The reason is that you need to be basically the mail server. It gives some additional protection to our software and keeps our email quality high if we make this mandatory. So you'll need to add your own SMTP for this. Raymond, no, the nudge emails are a founding feature. Can I embed a client video into the email? Yes, you can. There's no reason why you couldn't. I believe you can add in HTML into those emails. But if you have a problem doing that, give us a message in support and we'll help you out with it. So this import leads feature here, this will give you the ability to import leads into your into our system. So you can download the sample CSV here, and you basically can import those leads into here. And when people are imported in, it means that they will automatically bypass any registration. So they won't need to add their name or their opt-in email again. They're just automatically, registered into our system. So the benefit of that is that if you've got 100 leads, have just recently purchased from you, you want to add them into your contest, you want to add them into your milestone rewards, you can load them up into this. They'll receive a notification that they've been added to this contest, or they've been referred to this contest, and then from there they'll be able to check it out, they'll be able to go and they'll be able to start sharing. And if they're familiar with your company, then you can use this in that way. The other way you could do this is you could give them an email notification, let them know about the contest, let them know they've been entered into it, and then you could just enter them into it from that point, and then they don't have to re-opt in. So it's useful if you've got a subscriber list. And it's useful if you're working with clients that have subscriber lists as well. Can we zap leads into GrowViral? Yes, you can. Yep, definitely. You can also zap leads into GrowViral. Just give us a message, Matt, on how you would want to do that if you have any problems with it, and we'll be able to look in and help you with that and support. Do you show how to connect the Sm2p? I didn't in the previous webinar because I had some Sm2p information that was private, and that's the reason that I didn't do it. So I've got this added on this campaign already. So I want to show you a campaign where I don't have private information for the Sm2p. So here's one here. Let me show you how to do this. So basically, what you're going to do is you just want to turn this on, and now I need to make this really clear. If you don't turn this on, then our email system will send out the emails for you. Okay, so that's really important to say. So our system will be used for all of your emails. If you turn this on, your email system is going to be used for it. So just be aware of that. You're going to need to add your sender name. You'll need to add your sender email. You'll need to add a username and password, and you'll need to add your host. So it could be smtp. Beckerresearch.com, for example, and there it is. So that's how this is going to work. And then you can click at test email, and you can test this information out, and then save changes. If you do a test and it works, then it means it's connected. And you can get the Sm2p details from an Amazon SES or any other service that does email sending. How many people can be in a contest? An unlimited amount of people. So that's what's included within our founder. So these founding features are more advanced, but as I've said in the past, the major feature here is this unlimited future updates and upgrades. We've got a lot that's being added into the system, and including this feature right here, which will be in March. And when you get the founder access, you get all of those future features. So you don't have to worry about paying monthly or yearly. You'll be able to get all of these features as we roll them out. And when we start charging a monthly and yearly cost, you won't have to worry about paying any more because you've got these features already. So just be aware of that. That's how the system works, and that's where a lot of the value in the system is. Some of these features, this one, for example, is, it's going to help you significantly improve your campaigns. It's probably worth the $197 cost alone. And as we continue to add more and more into this, it'll just become a more valuable package. So if you're getting access to Founder, you can get an access there. Just make sure you get access before midnight tomorrow night. With the co-founder upgrade, do you have access to all upgrades? So with Founder, you have access to the Founder features. So whatever's listed there, you have access to it. Do I need to have a social media account for users to spread my campaign? No, you don't. Nope, you don't need to be on Facebook. You don't need to be on social media at all. People who are can share your campaign, but you yourself won't need to be. Do you have a roadmap in Trello or somewhere where you can see what to expect down the road? We don't right now, but we're discussing that early next week. So we're just going through this launch right now. We're seeing what kind of feature requests we have and what people want. And then after that's done, then we're going to look at how we implement that. So it's likely we'll have some sort of roadmap, but we haven't worked that out yet. And the version with commercial rights, can I brand GrowViral with my own brand? You can, with any of the pages you create in GrowViral, they're all unique, and you can do that with them, but not internally, not inside of the system. Can you briefly go over agency? I'll go through agency in the next webinar. So I'm going to go through agency in the next webinar. I did go it in the last one as well, but I'll go through that in depth in the next webinar because it is a lot, and it'll probably take about a good 45 minutes to go through everything that's an agency, maybe even an hour. It is a large package. Power Connect. So Power Connect is obviously a feature that is inside of Founder, and I haven't yet gone through that. So Power Connect is within the reward system here. And if I click on Add Reward, then what you're going to see here is you're going to see name, you've got a digital file, you've got other, and then you've got Power Connect. Now, Power Connect is a more advanced feature. And this feature allows you to add a webhook URL, which is basically a connection between a software and GrowViral. And when something triggers that connection within GrowViral, it'll notify that other service that something has happened, an action has happened, and that other service will be able to unlock a gift, a free giveaway, a software, a course, anything like that with this Power Connect. So it basically means that you can have automated rewards going out to people, and those rewards are specific to that individual. It could be a personalized gift card that's sent out to them. It could be they get access to their email with a login to a particular course. It could be that you unlock some other thing where you need that connection. So that is what this does. The next feature that's a really big one as well, which I haven't yet covered, which is in Founder, is this design on Canva feature here. This is a really, really cool feature, and I'll show you this right now actually. So for example, if we were running a campaign and let's just say it's the food template campaign. So this was fully designed inside of Canva. So we could go to design on Canva, and you don't need to have a paid account in Canva. It's completely free. You just need to have a registration. So you just need to register for Canva. That's it. And then you can load this up. Can I use the webhook URL as a plain page redirect? No, you don't need to though, because you could add your URL as the reward URL as it is. So I log in with Facebook. I don't have a registered Canva account or anything like that. And it's going to bring up Canva for me right now. So then from there, I can add in, food. If it's a food related thing, I can search through the templates that are available on Canva. I can find one that I really like, that one that stands out, that's going to get attention over social media. There's a lot of good ones here. Let's just pick one. So this one. I could replace this background image with my own background if I want. This is a full editor, so you can do everything in it. You can add a background, you can customize it, you can add photos to it, you can choose from thousands of photos in here. You can add different elements to it, you can add different effects, different shapes. You can add text effects, you can add a background effect. There's a lot of stuff that you can do with this, so it's really, really cool. But I would just, put here, win a free recipe book or something like that. I can make this stand out a little bit more by just making it a bit bolder, probably. I'll underline it. It's not allowing me to do bold for that particular font. And you can choose different fonts if you wanted as well. So all the fonts are here, so I could choose one of these fonts if I wanted to, and then I could customize this if I wanted to as well. Now there are some limitations in this version, so it looks like using a template. I'm limited to some of the fonts that I can use. So there are some limitations if you're a free Canva user, I believe. But for the most part, you'll be able to use these features here. You'll be able to also add these photos, backgrounds, text, your own text, and all of that as well. So then from there, if I'm happy with this, I can click publish. I'll click publish, and then it's going to basically publish this into my campaign. And there it is. So this will show up on social media now. So this will stand out across social media, and I'll be able to use this to promote this particular campaign. Can you import your images created from other sources? Entirely. Yeah, you can. Definitely. Yep. Can I use and enter my own in replace of Canva I already own? Yeah, you can. Yep. you just click on this and you'll be able to upload your own own images. So you would just go like this, just cross this, click on this image here, and then I can add in any image I want. So I could add in this background image, and there it is. Do you integrate with Uzine or Z Suite as well? If they're on Zapier, then yes. We don't have a direct integration with Uzine or Z Suite yet into the software, but if it's something that people want, then it's something we can add in. Different templates, service. Can I use? Yep, yeah, cool. I already answered that. Do I need to connect GrowViral to each and every social account, even if I don't have an account with most of them? No, you don't need to do any connections with any social accounts, nothing at all. It doesn't require any connections with any social accounts whatsoever. All right, so there is a couple more things that I wanted to show you in this webinar, and I'm conscious that we're getting on in terms of time right now. So those are the founder features, and I can see a lot of people are getting access to this tonight. Get access before midnight tomorrow night. That's the biggest thing, because the price is increasing at midnight tomorrow night. So do get in before midnight tomorrow night. That is the cutoff date. So do make sure you're getting in before midnight tomorrow night. Now, what I wanted to show you today is I really wanted to show you a really important thing. So this is my Igloo account that I'm using for this example today. And Igloo creates custom pages. You know, it creates custom pages. So what you can do in Igloo is you can go through, you can edit a page completely, you can customize it entirely. And like a page like this, for example, this is one of our campaign pages. And you can build out you can have separate, well, not separate, but you can build out customized opt-in pages and thank you pages. So we've got one here, and I can now edit this. How do I add my code here? So how do I embed code into this? How do I use this feature? So if you want to create a customized page, so you don't want to use our designer, you instead want to use, a designer of your choice, for example. You could use Groove Pages, you could use ClickFunnels, you could use Igloo. Any of these systems will do it. I'll log into this account to show you this. So you would go to your campaign that you want to use. So for me, it's Radical Headphones, if I can find it. Hopefully it's still here. I think it is. I think this is it. So yep, this is it here. So in the designer, for example, so if we look at the designer, you've got these templates up here which have backgrounds. So if you want to embed a form to an external place like an Igloo, you want to turn off that background. So how do you turn off the background? Well, first of all, make sure you don't have a background here. So make sure there's no background added here whatsoever. Then if you go, if you have no background, so if you've got no background whatsoever, it'll just have this, it'll have a transparent background. So what that means is that there's no background that exists, okay? So it's just the form. So we've only got the form here. Now this form can be edited still the same. You can even add shadows to it. You can add different colors to the background. So I could obviously customize the background of this form if I wanted to. And then from there, you can do the same on your referral link page. So you do the exact same over here. So you've got, again, no background image. You've just got a blank background canvas. And that's all you've got. Okay, so you can customize that form as well. This is really important. You click Save Changes, and then you'll want to exit out of this. And I'll have some training in the training area on how to do this shortly as well. But we've implemented our changes. It's saved. We go out. Then you want to go to installation. Okay, so actually additional configurations. You want to go to additional configurations. Okay, now you want to add the URL where you're going to add this particular front page. So this URL right here, this one right here, this one is my front page. Okay, this one is my front page here. And it's just loading. Not sure why it's taking some time. Maybe my internet's having some issues, but let's just refresh this. Oh, there it is. Cool. So we've got my campaign here, and this campaign is currently showing the wrong form. So I'm just going to do a quick edit there and make sure it's showing the right form so I can show you this really clearly. So I'll clear that, refresh again, And let's just have a look. So this is the form that it'll show. So this form is generated inside of GrowViral, and this page is generated here inside of Igloo app. So first of all, the first step is to add this page somewhere. Okay, so you want to add this page somewhere. So you want to create the page inside of Igloo, and you want to add it to a domain somewhere. Then from there, you add this domain right here. Okay, so that's the first domain you add. So this is where the opt-in page is going to go. So this form right here with the registration name and email is going to be connected up here. Now, which URL is this going to be? This is going to be our thank you page URL. So when someone adds their information here, so they add in their information, they register, they go to the next page. They're going to be redirected to this new page, and it's going to show the thank you form right here. Okay, so we want to make sure that this URL as well is added as the second URL. Then we click Save Changes. And embed code, redirect with data. So we want the data to be passed along. So we click Save Changes, that's done. It's going to deactivate our campaign. I go to Installation, I click on Activate the campaign, yes. And then the final step that I need to do to make this work is copy to embed code. So I need to copy this to clipboard, copy this embed code. Then I add the same exact embed code to here. So I'll add it to here. This is the HTML element. I'm just going to delete this so I can show you it being set up from scratch. So you go and you grab this custom HTML element here, this one right here. I'll delete this. And then you click on it, click on Style. If you're using Igloo, add it in here. And if you're using ClickFunnels or some other service, you want to add it as an HTML element. So you do that, you click Save. Okay. Then we go Exit. We go to our next our thank you page. So we go to the thank you page for this, which is here. I click Edit Page. I go into the thank you page. This is the thank you page right here that I'm editing right now. I'm going to delete this just to show you. I add in my custom element again. And again, if you're using ClickFunnels or anything like that, it'll be the custom HTML. I click on it. I add this right here. I click Save. Done. That's all we need to do. I then click Exit. Now this page is currently connected up, so you'll see there that it shows up here. The page is in the normal place that it should be. And if you want to embed a form onto an external website and have different opt-in pages and different thank you pages, that which I just showed you is the way to do it. So I have some training on how to do this, but I wanted to show you how this is done. Is that clear? Put a 1 in the box if that's clear. Hopefully that makes sense. So that system right there is how you can use a form and embed it on an external page, and it means that you're not restricted to having to have, for example, our pages, because there are, you could embed the forms on any sort of website you wanted. So that's how you do it. Sajeev, give us a message in support about the Igloo templates. We've got a list, but we'll be populating all of those Igloo templates into your account at the end of the launch. So it's going to be within the next 2 to 3 days. So that means that we can install it from on a client's own domain or website. Yes, it does. And it could be on their website. So it could be on an external website. What about sales funnels? You can install it on sales funnel. Yep, Igloo is our sales funnels tool. That's the 4th upgrade that's available, which is growviral.com/funnels. So that software that I was using just there, that's Igloo, and this is what's the upgrade number 4. And I'll go into this more in the next webinar. So I'm going to go through agency and Igloo in the next webinar because they work really well together, and I'll show you how they work really well together with what I'll be showing you. So the final thing that I wanted to show you today, and this is where we're getting a few questions, is the custom domain. So put a 1 in the box if you know how to add custom domains, and put a 2 in the box if you're not sure. So this step is it's slightly more, it's an easy step, but it's made more complicated, and it's made more complicated because different people use different domain services, and different domain services have different settings. So it's quite difficult to actually show a lot of this, but I'm going to make an effort to try and show you it now. I used Namecheap, so I'm going to use Namecheap today, and I'm just going to show you a quick demonstration of how this might work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to you can actually email, or you can look in the knowledge base on any service that you use, and it'll help you to kind of find this. So I've got this domain here. It's called Copy Paste Pages, and I'm gonna do this setup for this domain today. So I haven't done this in a while myself, so I'm gonna have to kind of just wing it a little bit, and hopefully I'll be able to show you this, because it's been a while since I've added one of these myself. Usually I have one of my team that does this for me. So I'm gonna show you though how you can do this, and I believe that I can remember how to do it. So let's see how we go. Cool. So we've got this domain. It's called Copy Paste Pages, and it's in my Namecheap account. So we've also got over here a custom domain field and additional configurations. So we're so far on the same page. And if I don't achieve in doing this today, then I'll make sure that I show you on the next webinar. I'll get some help from the developer. But basically what we want to do is, the first step is to enter my domain in here, copypastepages.com. We're going to edit that in. Now we need to add this, we need to point this, so we need to basically create a Cname record for the domain you added by logging into your registrar portal to point to growviral.com. How hard could it be? Hopefully not too hard. So this is my domain, so I've gone to, onto Namecheap, and if you're using GoDaddy or anything like that, you'll be able to go into your domain list and you'll be able to find your domain that you want to use. So find the domain that you want to use. That's the first step, find which domain you want to use. Then from there, we are not going to use that. We're actually going to do it differently. We'll go into advanced DNS. So there's some advanced settings that will be in there, and those advanced settings will be something like this, and it'll show something along the lines of host records. So it's different in each software, and this is where the difficulty is. But basically, you want to basically find this component here, the advanced setting for host records. Now we can see we've got Cname Record here. We've got also URL record. It's I don't know what these are, so I'm just going to delete them, and we'll see if this works. So we're going to delete those. Then we can click Add New Record. And what we want to click on, and how I usually do this, is I usually click on C Record, but for this it's telling me to do a Cname Record. So find Cname Record right here, and then you want to add in a host and a target. So the host is, and the host is usually the same. What I'd usually do is I'd usually look at a particular domain host, and I would then look at one of my previous installations, and you can use subdomains as well. So the host name, this is the one thing I'm not sure about. So it requires a host name. From memory, it's a number, and the host will usually provide it. So that your domain service will usually provide it, but it's a symbol. Gotcha. Thank you. Cool. Didn't see it's been a while since I've done this. So it's a symbol, that, and it's the @ symbol there. So that's all you need to do. You've got the value in there. So you've got the value in there. It should be growviral.com, that domain right there, GRWVRL. It's a Cname record, host @ and this is set to automatic. Now, once you've done that, save it. So it should be saved already. And then from there, it'll be updated. Now, what you need to do is you need to next verify the domain. So in order to verify the domain, you just go over to your GrowViral settings over here. And it can take some time to verify the domain. It might take a few minutes and even can take up to 24 hours. But when you verify it, it basically says that this is connected. So when you click verify, it'll then say your custom domain is verified. So somehow we successfully did that, and now it's verified. So what that means is that connection is active, and we've done it. So that's all you need to do. So the trick is finding and locating where the domain is within your name, your domain service, and then finding those advanced DNS settings. So being able to find where that particular setting is. So in Namecheap, it's just advanced DNS. If you're using Namecheap, you'll be able to copy the same method that I've just used here. So I think within the training, I'll do a training video on this and also do a training video on GoDaddy. And if there's a request that you have of if we get a lot of requests for a popular service, then we'll be able to do that as well. But it's the same for every service, and you'll be able to do that on your favorite service. And you can even email your service provider, and they'll be able to point you to an article on how to do it. Does the new domain show up in the referral link? Yes, it will be. So it'll be showing up in the referral links. If I go into installation, for some reason it didn't save. One sec. Oh, I know why. Forgot to save it. So verify. We go here, we go save changes. And there we are. So you can see now the campaign link is used. So that's one of the real advantages of this, is that it looks more professional. People don't know that you're using GrowViral for it, which is also an advantage. It's an easy way of knowing and being able to identify for someone that the link is authentic as well. It actually comes from that particular domain. So it is an important piece. Yes, it's also very professional when you're using it with clients. If you have a subdomain that has this, or if you just have a domain that has the tracking added to it, that's relating to the client, it's going to be more professional as well. Do you have legal terms in terms of service to include within our campaigns? Not yet, but we will be looking at adding that in the future. It's one of the things we're going to add to our list and get it done very soon. All right, so that summarizes kind of what I wanted to show you today. I wanted to go through these advanced features for Founder and the advanced features for Professional and kind of just go deeper into them and give you a better understanding of them. Was this useful? Put a 1 in the box if this was useful today, and if it solved some of the questions you may have had. I hope it did. It's slightly different to the types of webinars that I usually do. It was a bit more kind of in-depth, but hopefully it's been useful, and you know how to use the software, and that'll help you with your campaigns and being able to use it with clients as well. So that is really good as well. Now, if you had Igloo previously, we continue to upgrade Igloo, so you'd have had those previous updates we did. I sent my email to support. Vixen, don't worry, we've got that. We're going to get that sorted. So we made a note of your ticket number when you sent it through, and right after this call, I'm going to first of all sort out support, because our help desk isn't showing up for some reason. It's still there, so we are still responding to tickets. It's just that for some reason it's a bit more complicated to send them through. So I'm going to work that out. Don't worry. And I'll be doing the agency review on the next webinar, on the third webinar. I did a brief agency review on the last one. If you do want to get agency, then pick it up before that next webinar that we do. It is a really useful package. You can check out everything that's inside of it, but I'm going to go more in depth and go through in detail, just like I did today. But I'm going to do that for agency on the next call, because agency is a lot larger topic. It requires also a lot of background information. This, I can show you the features, whereas with agency, I'm going to be talking about the strategy and a lot more to do with that as well. And I'll probably lose my voice around the hour mark with agency. The agency webinar is going to be on, it's on Sunday. So it's on Sunday. Cool, and that reminds me as well, we're going to do another giveaway before we go here. So thanks for reminding me. Stuart reminded me. I completely forgot again. Cool. So if you want a response to, just real quickly before we do this giveaway, if you've sent a message into support, message me your ticket number. So put in your ticket number into GoToWebinar. I'll leave the webinar on slightly longer. And if you want me to fast track that support ticket, if you haven't received a response in 24 hours, then if you want me to fast track it, just put in your ticket number and I'll review that right after the call. So go for that. Igloo will be increasing in price after Saturday. Yeah. So both agency and Igloo will be increasing in price on Saturday, midnight tomorrow night. That's what they're going to be doing. So I'll give you the links to those as well, just here as well, if you want to check them out tonight and make a decision to buy. So they are here. We've got agency, and we've also got /funnels. Cool. All right, let's do this giveaway. So I'm going to write down a number, and today I'm going to be giving away a full copy. We gave away AdSite Pro on the last webinar. We gave away a full upgraded version of AdSite Pro. Today, what I'll be doing is I'm going to be giving away a and fraud protection is included in professional. Today we'll be giving away mobile pages. You can go to mobilepages.io, so it's founder.mobilepages.io. So this URL right here, and you can check out that software. So you'll get a full version of this, a suite version. So it's not just the front end, it's actually the entire system. So you get the entire system, and we're going to be giving that away today. So I've written down a number. It's between 1 and 50, because last time I wrote between 1 and 100, and it took a long time to guess it. So we're going to write between 1 and 50. It's a number between 1 and 50 right now, and that number is ready. So you get 2 guesses, and you can start guessing now. Okay, well, that was quick. We've already hit it. So I need to see who hit it first. Somehow someone hit that right away. So, but 2 people hit it right away. So I need to go back. Okay, that was really quick, and everyone got 2 guesses. So I'm going to give away it to both people, because that's really impressive. To 2 people hitting the number right away, I haven't seen that before. So everyone's got their guesses in. I can see everyone's got their guesses in. If anyone else, yep, I think everyone's got their guesses in now. So I'm going to give this away to both, because they were so close together, and it was I've never had that before, where right out of the gate 2 people have actually guessed it. So the winners are, and the number was 32. So David, you've won yourself a free copy of Mobile Pages Suite and all of the information that goes with it as well. So Renette, if you can just make a note of David and his email address, I'll actually give that to you right now. And then the second winner, which was right after that, so there was a second winner after David had guessed that successfully. And Renette, I'll actually just post this to you in Telegram, David's message, so we can send him a message right away. And then we've also got as well, who guessed it basically right after, is Stephen. So Stephen, you also guessed that pretty much immediately. So I've never had that happen before, so congratulations. So Stephen and David, you've won those 2 prizes. So I'm gonna give away 2 of them, because that, you know, congratulations, first yes, bang. So I'll put that as well. You somehow read my mind. So you guys, you get the prizes there. We'll be contacting you with that. Renette will reach out. It's likely I'll reach out, and I'll be sending that over to you as well. Cool. Stuart, give me a message. Actually, if you're a previous customer of Igloo, just give me a message here, and I'll respond to you here. And Thomas, yes, email support. So email support at growviral.com. So Thomas, yes. So for example, if we've if you've won one of these prizes and you've already got it, or if there's a bonus that you've received for the all-in, and you've already got one of those bonuses for all-in, and we've started sending those out. So those will be coming to you very soon. But if you've already got one of our all-in bonuses, then you can apply for a new bonus, and we have a couple of other options that are available. Does Igloo have membership pages? Yes, it does, Earl. Yep, it's got a membership system built into it. And Tracy, perfect. Previous Igloo purchaser, welcome. So you'll get those updates and upgrades that we're adding into Igloo as well. Cool. Vixen, I'll follow up on that. I'll just follow up on that because I messaged that to Renette. So Vixen, let me just get your email address again, and I'll send this out at the same time with the other 2 prize winners. One sec, there you go. And cool. Hey Mike, good to see you on. Cool. And I'll shoot you a message actually. I've been meaning to message you on Facebook. Have been a crazy time, but yeah, I'll good to see you on. I have an Igloo. Please, can I get an upgrade to? Okay, so for any if you've got Igloo already and you've already purchased Igloo, just give us a message in support, and then I'll be able to reach out to you through support. Awesome. All right, well, I think that brings us to the end of this call. We've been on here for an hour and a half, so that's plenty of time. We've gone through a lot of the details, which I think was quite necessary. So if you want to go and have a look similar to this on the agency package, go into the details in the agency package, and also go into sort of some of the strategy behind agency as well. Make sure you're on the call on Sunday, and on midnight on Saturday, we'll be finishing the upgrades. So they won't be finished, they'll just be increasing in price. So if you do want one of those upgrades, make sure you get in on Saturday, before Saturday evening. So just be aware of that as well. And this email, this replay, it's going to be sent out, it'll be sent out tomorrow morning. So just keep an eye out for that. If you do want to see that, then you'll be able to see that tomorrow morning. Now, one final thing, Thomas, I'll fix that as well. The Facebook link is going to an error page, so I'll fix that link. And one final thing. Will I be covering Igloo in the final webinar? Yes, I will be. So we'll be covering how to use Igloo, and we'll be covering also some more about we'll basically going through the agency and also how Igloo kind of fits in with that and how to use Igloo. So that'll be included as well. All right, that's all. That's the final thing I wanted to mention. So the support desk, we're having some issues with that. I just picked up on that. So I'm going to resolve that tonight. Just make sure for now, if you have a support query, just email us at support@growviral.com, and we'll be able to sort it out there. So the help desk isn't allowing people to submit tickets directly to it. So if you email support@growviral.com, that'll solve that problem. Awesome. All right, everyone, have a good day. Have a good night wherever you are. Thanks for coming on the call, and I look forward to talking with you on the next one. It'll be the same time, so I look forward to catching you there. Have a good day. Have a good time with GrowViral, and I hope that you use it and start running some campaigns. And I'll talk to you again soon. See you later.